Hey viewers and vieweresses, you're watching me, General Strategist, playing Sir You're Being Hunted. This is a special video to let you all know that there's been a significant update to the game. Now, I've not done one of these sort of update vids in a while, but the game has officially, in the last few days, been released in its 1.1 form. Now, this is significant because there are a couple of new features which I have looked at and I think are amazing. Okay, so let's just play a game. Let's start ourselves a new world. Now, I'll just put myself as the officer, the gun guy, first. Now, the two features which have been implemented in this recent update are an ability to customise robot spawning and also an ability to customise the islands themselves. So, obviously you'll probably see this icon down here, Edit Robots. This is awesome, right? Now, I've mentioned before, or I think other people have asked me, I can't remember, did I mention this in previous videos? I might have done. Yeah, I did in the Stealth Recovery Challenge, what am I thinking? But apparently now you can actually change the spawn rates of the different robots. This would be awesome, of course, if and when I do another robot hunting challenge. It means basically that I would not need to either find a mod for the game or downgrade the game to an earlier version. Basically now I could change the spawn rates here on this screen. So you see it has these numbers 0/0, 20/2. Basically what that means is if we take this 0/0, the first 0 means time elapsed. I assume that's 0 minutes, or the number of pieces returned to the standing stones. And that's basically, all these down here represent the rate at which the robots spawn in either of those circumstances. So obviously, I mean, I've just clicked a few there, but under these current rates here, that would mean that after 0 minutes, or when 0 pieces of device have been returned, hunters have a small chance of spawning, dogs a slightly higher chance. And obviously, I could add bits, add bars to these to change the spawn rates. Obviously, with this subset here, after 20 minutes or after 2 pieces of devices have been returned, we could change it so that the spawn rates of all of them go up, etc, etc. So that's really good. Obviously, what it also means is that you could set all of them to 0 and effectively have in the first 20 minutes or so have absolutely no robots at all. I mean, you could even change the values to be blank for the entire duration of the game, so that effectively there are no robots at all. So if you wanted to just explore the different islands to your heart's content. So that is a pretty awesome feature. So that's the robot customization feature covered pretty much. However, even bigger than that, what I really want to show off here is this, which you can see here, custom biomes. This is awesome, right? As you remember in previous versions of the Sir You're Being Hunted game, whenever you came to this screen from the main menu, Build New Archipelago, you could obviously change the biomes, but there was also these kind of keys down here for edit, which would presumably edit the generation system. However, those were unavailable because they hadn't actually been implemented. Now, however, the developers have actually implemented it. So as you can see, you can now switch your islands to custom and then edit them. So what it effectively means is that you could change the generation system and you could have some really crazy islands. It also means that the center island, although generally rural by default, you can now change it to make it less of a rural biome, more something else. So let me show you. Now, it comes up with this disclaimer. Important notice, beware, this custom biome feature is a non-standard way of playing the game. It can generate weird and interesting maps, but occasionally this will be at the expense of game functionality. I'll show you what this means basically in game, or I'll explain it a bit better in game, whatever. But let's say now we want to change the biome system for the center island. We now have these values here. Colour theme. This basically effectively means that we could change the sort of lighting and colour system of the island. So let's say we want the colour theme to be Fenland. Let's say we want to change the centre island to be a mixture of the fens, castle and industrial biomes. So we'll change the colour theme to be sort of reminiscent of a fens biome. We'll have the height scale at sort of undulating, hilly, dramatic. Let's go for undulating. Terrain type we will have as sort of lowlands. Infrastructure, we'll put that as industrial. Yeah, we'll have that as industrial for the infrastructure there. And region size, yeah, medium, we'll put it there. We can give our biome a custom name, so let's call it Fusion. And now here we have values on this side for individual features which we can put in. So copses, let's put those up to full. Wall fields, hedge fields, let's put those down to 0. Large structures, let's put that up to full. Villages, we'll put that up to full. Lakes, we'll put up to full. Dead forests, we'll put that at nothing. Fence fields, ruined villages, put those up to full. Crags, we'll put up to full. Rocks, we'll put those to half. Lone towers, as in lone castle towers, we'll put those up to full. Small structures, put those at full. Well, pylons at full as well. Yeah, let's make that our sort of bizarre fusion, okay? Actually, let's also add some pine forests whilst we're at it. Save and return. So there we go, we have our custom biome for that one, fusion. So, I don't think we'll bother doing anything with the other islands. Let's just build our island. So this is going to be an interesting centre island, hopefully. And as usual, I think I will just pause the recording here and resume once we're actually in game. So, I'll see you all in a second. And welcome to our map, our custom island that we have created, which, as you can see, is a nice little fusion of all sorts of things. As you can see, we've got this sort of fens lighting going on. We've got some industrial biome sort of structures like the pylon, and I think there's actually a wind turbine sort of over there in the distance. Also, obviously, you can tell from some of like these village buildings over here that they're following very much kind of the industrial biome aesthetic kind of style. If that's got that correct, yeah, that's a castle tower from the castle biome. So we created a nice little fusion, as we can see. We've also got obviously like these sort of rural style villages going on here as well. But as you can see, this edition is pretty cool. I'm not kidding. It's so awesome. Such an interesting idea that you can now effectively create your own biomes. I mean, this is the general gist of what it was I was wanting to show here. There's not much else really for me to show now, but again, I cannot stress how awesome this is. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could like just cover, I suppose, the entire island, or at least as much of it as you can, in villages or in forest or something like that, to really make something quite interesting. Something else, actually, come to think of it, which I don't think I actually mentioned when I was showing off the customization screen, was that there was like a bar where you could enter like a code. Basically what that is, think of it as being kind of like the seeds in Minecraft. So now you can actually share like custom generations, suppose like online or whatever. I mean, that would just be totally awesome, that would. So now, you know, if you found like a really interesting really interesting custom map code, you could like share it and other people could see it. That's what I think. I mean, just think that's utterly amazing. It's such a good feature though, because it encourages such a sense of community. It encourages people to basically really play the game over and over again to see what they can find. So I think I'll wrap this episode up here. This was a quick sort of update episode for the recent update that came out at the end of May. Obviously by the time this video actually goes out, you know, we'll probably be in sort of like mid to late June. So this update will be by no means new. But hope you all enjoyed. And in the meantime, this is Strategist signing off. Goodbye.